Hello and welcome to the maiden edition of Techub on Global Media Television. I am Collins Imodu Andrew. Techub is a television magazine program that brings the latest happenings in the Nigerian tech space to your doorsteps. In this edition, we shall bring you our chat with Dr. Vincent Olatunji, the National Commissioner and Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Data Protection Commission, NDPC, to learn more about data protection and what the Commission is doing to safeguard the privacy of Nigerians. We shall briefly hit the street to gauge the knowledge of members of the public on how much they know about data protection as a concept and the Nigerian Data Protection Commission as an organization. We shall conclude with our quick tip segment by bringing to your notice a crucial aspect of data protection called data subject rights. But before then, let's hear from Dr. Vincent Olatunji.
You recall that on the 12th of June 2023, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, signed the Nigerian Data Protection Bill, thereby creating a law passed by the National Assembly and signed by President Tinubu for data protection in Nigeria. In that law, there is provision for the establishment of an independent data protection commission. So that law actually gave birth to the Nigerian Data Protection Commission. However, it is important to put a record that a bureau was existing, created under the last administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, which was a bureau, that was the Nigerian Data Protection Bureau, which started with the implementation of the Nigerian Data Protection Regulation, who was using the bureau to implement the regulation. But with the law that now came to be, the bureau transitioned to a commission, and we now started with the implementation of the Nigerian Data Protection Act 2023. All we are set out to do is to ensure that we bring the NDPA 2023 to life. That's the Nigerian Data Protection Act. How do we operationalize it? What kind of measures do we need to put in place to ensure that the rights of data subjects are protected? Companies, organizations who are data control operators have put in place measures to ensure that they protect the rights, interests, and freedom of Nigerian citizens wherever they are. So that's what we have to do. And it also, by extension, lead to the global competitiveness of our businesses in the country. Because a lot of countries outside, if you have a data protection laws and data protection authority, they are not willing to do business with you. So it's part of what will prepare us for our own role in the global digital economy. Data protection, in a way, is whatever is used to protect your data, to protect your information, which you have given to your data controllers or data processors. You know that now on a daily basis, we go online to do one thing or the other. And in the process of doing that, we leave our digital footprint, because we have our digital identities in terms of our names, our telephone numbers, our email addresses, our passport numbers, driver license number, all these things that could be used to identify us as natural persons. These are information that could be used to identify us. And the need for them to be protected is what brought about the issue of personal data protection. That is your personal information with organizations that collect, process, save, share your data, whatever they are using it for. Since they've collected that data, there is need for them to put in place measures to ensure that such data is protected. I will refer to such measures as technical and organizational measures. Technical measures in terms of the kind of what they put in place to prevent cybercrime, unauthorized access to your information, to your data with them, in terms of the database, the kind of database they use, what kind of firewall do they have, what kind of antivirus do they have, the kind of laws, the governance structure they have in the organizations, the kind of, even the caliber of people that are collecting and processing your data, what knowledge of data privacy do they have. your data processing activities. How do you collect? How do you process? How do you share? How do you store such data? These are the areas of organizational measures. So there are two areas which you can approach data protection from. NDPC will create awareness for people to know their rights when their data has been collected. 2, create awareness that data control employers should put in place measures to process data. 3, build capacity, human capital, which is needed. Is still is huge. Is an emerging economy. It's just coming up in Nigeria. We don't have enough expertise in this ecosystem. So part of what we are doing is to ensure that we build capacity for people to work in this sector and to serve the global community. In terms of revenue, is a kind of revenue earning ecosystem for individual, for the country, where you empower people, they earn some funds, and also the country. Then in terms of global competitiveness of our business, which I said, the law itself and the work we are doing there will definitely give trust and confidence in the economy in Nigeria. Yes, I can go to Nigeria and do business. If there's anything with my digital identity, there's a law that can protect me. Nigeria is now a member of the Global Privacy Assembly because of the fact that we have a law and we have an independent authority. It is made up of about 130 countries where we meet on regular basis, on annual basis, to exchange ideas, for peer review, to know what is happening and learn from one another. We're also a member of the Network of African Data Protection Authorities. That is, we are talking of having a singular digital market for Africa. The foundation is the digital identity, where you are talking of free flow of goods and services, e-commerce. The foundation is the digital identity. So Nigeria is playing actively at the level of Network of African Data Protection Authority. So in terms of reputation, global reputation, it is really doing a lot for the country. That people are now looking at us, oh, this country is serious about digital business. We can do business confidently. More importantly now that Mr. President is trying to encourage foreign direct investment in the country. And most investments they are talking about, and they are digital investments, which are part of the global digital economy. So a lot of them are now seeing us as, oh, in Nigeria, there is trust, there is confidence, where if you do businesses, you don't need to be afraid of anything. And trust in our ecosystem, which is really key. All these are some of the things that value that we can add to the system. Because it has serious implications. It may lead to financial loss. For instance, you have your money in your bank account. This is even a typical case that we have treated. Somebody had money in her account. She did not give out things, she did not give out any information. She just woke up one day, she had about 4 million. The money just disappears from her account. So maybe the data was compromised at the level of the bank. Eventually we came in and we investigated. The case was resolved and she was compensated. So they need that to know that information, their bank information, their bank details must be kept secured and safe. Then on the part of the bank officials too, they cannot be careless with the data, with the information of their customers, so that it will not lead to financial loss. Also, unauthorized access to the database of any organization can cause a lot of damages to the company. The reputation of the company is at stake. When people know that, oh, this organization, if you have your information there, unauthorized access, people can have unauthorized access to it. It can lead to a lot of things to you. 2, even loss of body parts. For instance, somebody that went to one hospital due to wrong diagnosis, the kind of medication they gave him, eventually he lost one eye because of the way mismanagement of his data. Also, a fellow that in the process of registering for his need, a man was captured as female. Eventually, this guy will get to the bank, they will see a female, and he may sit in front of the cashier. But this is not you, because the gender is wrong. So in terms of banking services, driver license, passport, a lot of services that he was denied. In extreme cases, it can lead to death. We are aware of the activities of all the digital lending companies that they will give loan to people, maybe about 50,000 thereabout. And if the fellow defaults once or twice, the next they start doing is to circulate the information of that fellow, even with the photographs, saying this fellow is a criminal, this fellow, calling them all kinds of names. There was a case of a lady that got that kind of information about herself that was circulated. She committed suicide, that she said she couldn't bear the loss. That was the case of another man who was a driver. The father got that kind of information on his phone. The man was already suffering with high blood pressure. He collapsed and died. So these are the consequences to human beings and to the economy. It can cause a lot of damages to the economy and the reputation too. And reputation of the economy, reputation of the company, reputation of the country. All these are things that can the outcome of unauthorized access to your information. And this is why you need to know your right as in that subject. That yes, if anybody is asking for your data, you need to ask questions. What do you want to use my data for? How do you want to keep it? How do you want to process it? Are you sharing with a third party or not? Your right of access, your right to be informed, right of access that anytime you want to have access to your information, you'll be allowed to have access to. Right of rectification. The case of the fellow that his information was wrongly taken from him or copied. In such case, you should have gone to them for rectification, right to rectification. That yes, my information with you, the gender is wrong, please correct. It should be done similarly with them, or right of refusal. That okay, I don't want to process my data anymore. Right of erasure. Okay, my data is please erase my data completely from your data. Right of refusal of automatic processing or profiling. All these are rights of data subject which they need to know about and exercise at every point in time. The methodology you are using, as I said, is a PPP model. Licensing organizations who are experts to help us take our organization through compliance. In terms of enforcement, it's carrot and stick. We try to encourage you, let you see the reason why you have to obey the law and ensure compliance, the benefits to your organization as a data controller, as a data processor. So as much as we try to create awareness, let them understand what they need to do and how they need to do it, and the potentials inherent, the benefits inherent in doing what is right. Then if there are issues, if you have done what is right and there are issues, look at it, look at the impact of such breaches, maybe on the data subject, number of data subjects, what kind of damage has it done to the data breach and to the system, to the ecosystem. Look at all this to look at how we put in place measures or issue penalties or take you through proper compliance. So it's like balancing it, but it's still new. A lot of people don't even know about what we are talking about. Although ignorance is not an excuse in law, but since it's just evolving in Nigeria, looking at the level of awareness, level of competence, professionalism, level of deployment of technologies, this we look at all this as okay, let's encourage people, let them be able to comply willingly. But if you are not stubborn, you say, oh, you don't want to obey the law, we go allowed to apply the full weight of the law.
My name is Jane Ejanya. I'm a serving copper, and to be honest, I don't have an idea about data protection because for a while now, issues have been coming up about people stealing people's informations and using them against them, not in favor of them. So if you ask me what are the data protections measures one can take, to be honest, I don't know. So coming across NDPC, I immediately wrote their name down. I would make more research or get to know more about them, and if possible share their details to people so that when such thing comes up, you would know where to run to. Because sometimes the police are not doing enough because they have a lot of crime things to handle, so they don't really give you the attention you need. My elder sister came back yesterday complaining about money leaving her account, and we were like, what are we going to do? She said she would go to the bank, and after bank, probably the police station. When I called her this afternoon, how far, what did the bank say? She said they will get back to her in 7 days time. 7 days time, what if that person keeps taking money from her account and there is nothing that can be done? So I think I don't know, there is no measures one can actually take to protect their data. So this is a good should I say a good platform you people are coming up with to help Nigerians and help us to stay safe with our information being used to, register one or two out there.
My name is Friday Mesuna. It's my surname. Yeah, we are in the world of digitalization, actually. Whatever you are doing now to access the other world, you need at least data to get those things. And upon these very things, there are many people that become a victim of it. Because likewise me, there was a period, somebody called me with a number end with plus or whatever. I don't even know. I couldn't remember the number. But from the information the person is supplying to me, I believe this person comes from the source, from the bank. And before you know, I begin to tell the person, this is me, it's me, it's me. What is the problem? I don't know. But when I got to realize, before I can respond some things, there's some secret code given to him, I have to end the call, come back to my real senses. Now call the person back, call one of my friends, say, no, these people are fraudsters. So don't tell them. So putting this program in place, this will help a lot. Because when you are a victim of source, you have a place to run to. Unlike now, if something happens to you like that, you go to bank will push you back to here and here. Before you know, your money is gone. Like 4-5 months, you'll be processing the money. And you can't even get it back. The money is gone forever. From the stress you got, at the end of the day, you just say, let me just go and, how much is it? Let me go and hustle for another one. So I'll be glad if such program come up.
My name is Kingsley Sani. I think basically what I know about data protection is keeping every information about yourself secret and protected from fraudsters. Because as it is now, there are a lot of things a third person can do with your BVN. There are a lot of things they can do with your NIN. There are a lot of things they can do with your phone numbers. As it is now, even I've learned that even they've gone into to the extent of even hacking WhatsApp accounts, where you see somebody, you just wake up one day, maybe somebody that is dear to you will just send you a WhatsApp message that, oh, he's in dear need, he's so pressed, or maybe he's kidnapped, he's somewhere else and they needed a ransom, if he can contribute something to his account and all of that. And at the end of the day, you find out it's not really the person. Somebody have hacked into that person's WhatsApp account. So basically, we need to protect some of these our datas to really, avoid some of these anomalies and by the fraudsters.
Do you know that the Nigerian Data Protection Act, NDPA, provides individuals with substantial control over their personal data, making it mandatory for organizations to recognize and adhere to these provisions? Let's tell you more about your rights as a data subject on our Quick Tips segment.
Hello, welcome to Quick Tips. In today's edition, we seek to inform you of your rights and privileges as a data subject. This implies that you have certain rights regarding how your data is handled or processed, and these include right of access. People can contact any organization processing their personal information to request basic information and obtain copies. Right to erasure. This right entails that a data subject can ask an organization to have data about them erased from their system. This includes data in both physical and cloud storage, and such an organization has to honor the data subject's request within the prescribed time under the law from receipt of the request. Right to rectification of data. Under these rights, a data subject can request an organization to correct or update its data where the information has changed. Rights to restrict processing. This implies that data subjects can request that an organization stop processing their data for a particular purpose. That is all we have for you on this edition of Quick Tips. Until we come your way again, stay safe.
That is about the size of the program, and we hope you enjoyed every bit of it. We brought you our encounter with Dr. Vincent Olatunji, the National Commissioner and Chief Executive Officer of NDPC, as well as talked to members of the public on what they know about data protection. Lastly, we told you of some of the rights you have as a data subject. Keep a date with us for another episode. Until then, I am Collins Imodu Andrew, signing off.